Hey, and welcome to another 31 Days of Horror 2016 video. Another Toronto After Dark Film Festival movie, actually, and this one qualifies, unlike several of the ones beforehand, unfortunately. And this is Saturday, day 3, which means zombie night. Lots of zombie movies. We only watched one.
Oh, yeah, because you had already seen the other
I had already seen the other one, so... And you're not really a big zombie movie person.
You gotta stop saying that. It's like, it's not... You make it sound like I hate them or something and I just won't watch them, and that's not true. It's not my... whatever.
It's not something she really wants to drop her hard-earned dollar bills on. But... What did we watched the UK film, The Resort.
With a Z.
Yes. Z for zombie. The film is, well, it's, I don't know, where did they say they saw it? Sundance? I think they said they saw it, maybe? I don't know. But it's directed by Steve Barker, who is he's not shy to zombies. He had already done Outpost and Outpost 2, Outpost Black Sun. He didn't do Outpost 3, oddly enough. But he wrote and directed those 2 films, so he likes zombies. He really apparently likes zombies. It's his thing, I guess. I don't know. This particular film he did not write. He just directed as far. Or maybe he did write. Did he write as well?
Yeah, it just said.
No, he just directed.
Oh.
But it was written by a gentleman by the name of Paul Gerstenberger. Never heard of him. And there's reasons why. Because he essentially was writer on Street Dance All-Stars and Fakers and the House of Anubis. And I've never heard of any of that.
Oh, I think that House of Anubis may be on Netflix.
Is it?
It sounds familiar. I haven't seen it, though.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. The film stars quite a few different people, but really there are only 2. Well, there's a few kind of main ones, but focus on, 2. Mm-hmm. One would be the final girl, played by Jessica DeGao, who is pretty well entrenched in film and television. She has been working for a while, though she is still relatively young. But yeah, she was Mina in the Dracula television series, and for all of you who watch Arrow, she is the Huntress, or Helena Bertinelli. Blech. Tongue twister. It's late. Among other things. But yeah, she's essentially plays the final girl in the film. And then there's sort of the, what would you call him? The grizzled veteran hero type character. The guy who can do it all. He's at first, kind of looked at as being a lone wolf type character, but eventually he is pointed out to be the kind of like the savior, the leader. Everybody seems to realize that this guy knows his shit, and they decide to, whatever he says, that's what we're gonna do. And that's played by Douglas Scott, who, if you watched Hemlock Grove, is Dr. Norman Godfrey, and if you watched, and she didn't notice.
I didn't notice at all. I can't believe that at all.
Yes. A show she watches almost religiously. Not just watched. Watches.
Over again. And
yeah.
Desperate Housewives.
Yes.
I can't believe that he was Ian. Oh my god. See, I have no clue. No clue.
She did not recognize it. And when I saw it come up, because I don't watch Desperate Housewives, so I didn't know. And I was like, hey, he's from Desperate Housewives. And you were like, What? Who was? Who is?
Who was he?
Point him out. What are you talking about? I didn't see anybody from Desperate
No,
Housewives.
because I thought when you said that, I thought, oh, it was some minor character or whatever, right? Like an episode you barely see them, and I was like, Ian?
No, it was
what?
a main
Susan
character
was
guy.
marrying him, for God's sakes. Like, come on.
So yeah, so he plays kind of, you know, the guy who knows it all. He's going to save the day, essentially. And the resort is an interesting idea. It takes sort of the concept similar to Jurassic Park. And what the setting is there's been a zombie apocalypse, and essentially humans have pretty much won. They've eradicated, you know, all the zombies except for this one island. And the person in charge of, you know, dealing with the zombies on that particular island, instead of just killing them all, decided, hey, I'm going to round them up and capture them all and make an amusement park out of it. Weird idea, but hey, whatever. To each their own. It worked for her. Like, obviously there's only a finite amount of zombies left, so you can charge an arm and a leg, and people who want to go and shoot zombies and kill zombies and stuff can do that. So yeah, so she makes a Jurassic Park, like literally, you know, with all the fences and the computer systems and all that kind of stuff, but without dinosaurs, you know, substitute zombies. And just like Jurassic Park, you know, computer systems go bleh, and zombies get out and run for your lives. So yeah, you had some pretty strong thoughts about the film.
And I can't remember a lot of them. It's late. Okay, I didn't like it. Not because this thing that I don't like zombie movies. I didn't like it. I liked the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, okay, that's a neat idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can go along with that. But it didn't. I don't know if it's that it didn't really hold my attention, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was just like, because there's 2 other zombie movies that I had seen at the After Dark thing, and that's it. This didn't entertain me.
Okay.
It didn't.
Like which other movies?
Like, oh, well, here's an example. Because, okay, you get it. They're shooting the zombies and blah, 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 right? And there was a couple of attempts. Maybe I just didn't get it. But I thought there was a couple of attempts at, like, humor. And it didn't really go over well to me. I was just like, but that's not really funny. And they should have done something like that.
Yeah, I didn't get any real sense of comedy from the film.
There was a couple little things here and there. And I just, like, not a lot. Like, I only saw, like, 2 times, and I can't remember. But I was just sitting there, like, but that's, I'm not even, like, no. It doesn't do it for me. You're not being funny.
Okay, yeah.
Now, there was that one, Dead Snow 2 or something?
Yeah.
I liked
Red versus
that.
Dead, or Dead versus Red, or something like that.
That was good.
Okay.
There was fighting and all that stuff, but it entertained me.
Okay.
You know, there was the little comedy in there. There was, like, little character, you know, the stupid one. I don't know, but that was good. And even Zombievers was better than this movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't
Really?
like it. I don't like it.
Now, see, and this is the thing. Dead Snow, I mean, it's okay, but it really, there's not much in terms of the story to Dead Snow. It's mostly just zombies. Lots of digital guts and stuff going around.
It was funny.
And then it had comedy to it. Zombievers is supposed to be funny.
And it was.
I didn't find it that funny.
It was funny. I liked it.
I expected more from it. But
You
I
expect
like the idea behind Zombievers, and I think it's a great name. And it has a good poster. But this one, the story it's pretty straightforward. in its delivery. It doesn't. I didn't think it was trying to be funny.
No, the movie as a whole, no.
Yeah, I didn't.
Was not trying to be
no,
funny.
No, but even still, I didn't. I mean, there might have been like even the two teenagers and stuff like that. Some people might get a laugh out of them, and such. But at the same time, I think a lot of the characters are put in there, and it kind of flip flops. At first, you're like you kind of want them to die, and then you're kind of like sad for them, and you're like, oh, I hope they survive, and you know, and people you want to survive, eventually you may think, oh, I hope they die, you know, because there's people and your, you know, first impressions, you know, as they say, first impressions are everything. Well, you get first impressions about these characters, and you make up your mind of what they're going to be like based off of, you know, the standard caricature of you know, the stereotype that they would be. And so you make up your mind. But, you know, a film can change that up. People can be different and stuff like that. And this film does tend to do that with a lot of the characters throughout, you know, as it's going along. So some of the characters that you liked, you may not like, and some of the people you may not like, you may end up liking and you're kind of rooting for.
I wasn't really rooting for anybody.
No?
No.
No. Okay, well. But then there's also kind of a thing which I think they were trying to do in this film, which I don't think they really pulled off, and that was the idea of feeling for the zombies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, because that's a part, you can see it from especially the one in captivity, right? The girl zombie.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of get this feeling that you're supposed to feel for this zombie.
But I didn't.
Right? And no, I don't think they followed through. There were moments of it where you're kind of like, okay, this zombie has awareness, right? And it's just being, you know, taken advantage of and treated poorly. But it's a zombie. You don't really think about that.
They're gonna kill you. So hello.
Well, yeah, but you don't get that from the movie until later, right? At the point where you're getting all of this kind of stuff, it's just a zombie, and it's chained up and it's being treated. You know, if it was a human being, you'd be like, oh my god, you can't treat somebody like that, right? But it's a zombie, so you kind of get away with it. But there are moments, you know, where you get that, you know, the zombie has a sad face, and the zombie does seem to be aware of what's being done to it and all that kind of stuff, right? Before it eats you. And I think they could have done more with that, because it is part of the subplot of the film. But they kind of just throw that out the window when, you know, the shit hits the fan, and it's just like, whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, now it's sort of... And you know what? She didn't really get her revenge. No. Which kind of sucked, because you were expecting that to happen. But, yeah, spoiler. But in terms of, you know, like I thought the gore and all that kind of stuff was quite well done. It wasn't like CG type work that I could tell. The film takes place on, I think it's Mallorca, on a resort, an actual resort on an island. I think it's the place for that song, Mallorca, ecstasy in motion. Whoa, no. Euro fans, anybody? No. I think that's what the song's about. And so the location is really good. Like, it is a resort. It is, you know, and it plays off really, really well. And they apparently find these abandoned type areas, which is interesting. And they try and make the most with the amount of money that they're obviously, you know, dealing with. There is CG work in the film, but it doesn't come across very much like CG, which was good. And I don't know, maybe they must have had a lot of extras. There was a lot of zombies. And for a film of this scope, that's pretty impressive. normally, if you're going to be dealing with that, it's normally a bigger budget film because it takes a lot of work to wrangle that many extras, let alone, provide the makeup and the clothing and the food and all that kind of stuff to go along with it. It's a lot of, work to do that. And, most smaller productions and lower budget films don't have that resource. So kudos to them for being able to pull it off. I don't know if they just did an open casting type thing, being like, hey, we need a bunch of people, come on down. And whoever was on the island came on over. Who knows? But I like that aspect. I like the story overall. It wasn't a super spectacularly new story, but I like it. It was essentially well enough told. It was pretty straightforward. You could follow it. It never went off into any real, tangent. It wasn't, off in left field for some reason. There were a couple of moments, especially when you're coming down to the climax and revealing the stuff, the big reveal in the film. There were a few things where people said stuff, and I didn't really. They said it really, really quickly, so you're just kind of catching it, but you didn't really see it. They were trying to explain what was beforehand, but it's like, was that what I was looking at? I didn't realize that was whatever. You're just trying to remember it, but it's already too late because it's already passed and you're moving on. So there are a few moments where the film kind of doesn't do justice to what it was trying to explain, but they're very minor aspects of it. But all in all, I found, adrenaline. It was fast paced. Once all the zombies were out, it was just go, go, go. I think they explained everything pretty well. I don't think they really left anything too open where you'd be like, that doesn't make sense. Why is that happening? In that sense, I think the film does a decent job. It looks okay. It's acted well. The story is pretty tight. It's just, I found some of the moments dragged a little bit. But all in all, I enjoyed it. I don't know.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just don't like zombies.
I don't know.
Unless they're comedies.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it.
So, but yes, if you had to give it a rating,
I gave it a 2.
You gave it a 2. What do you think I gave it?
3.
Even better.
Are you kidding? You gave it 4?
Well, I wanted to give it a 3.5 because I felt people would probably be giving it lower marks, so I wanted to bump it up a bit.
That's gonna win now because you gave it 4.
Yes, my one gave it 4. And I wanted to give it a little bit more of a bump to give it more.
You can't do that.
I can do that. Can do that.
No, you're just supposed to give it an honest thing of what you think it should be, not this thing. Oh well, these people are gonna do this, so I'm gonna give it this. You can't do that. That's not right.
I gotta, balance things out.
Don't. That's not what it's for.
Hey, there's people tearing 5s, even though that isn't a 5 movie.
It's a 2.
So I gotta balance things out.
If that movie wins, I'm gonna be really.
It's not gonna win.
It's your fault if it wins.
Anyways, yeah. Would you? Well, you're not gonna recommend it, obviously.
No, if you really like zombie movies, then you'll probably like it. So go ahead and waste your time. It's nothing off my back.
Well, here, pull this up. Right? Here's the kind of zombie movie you normally get to see. Legion of the Dead.
That looks stupid.
Right? This is a 2. And I haven't even seen it yet.
Well, I haven't. So what? I don't even know what to say because I don't watch that many. I only saw those other 2. And yeah. So,
let's pull out another one.
Dead or something I saw.
Battle of the Undead.
Oh, didn't we just watch that? It looks the same.
This is in the Middle East. Completely different location. But yeah, zombie films tend to be really, really bad. Like, most of them. So, when one comes along and, you know what, I find it's not only, decently put together, but for, in my opinion, entertaining. I'm pleasantly surprised, I guess.
No, see, I need a little bit of something here and there. Not this just constant, oh, there's more zombies coming, we have to kill them.
Well, yes, that is
What's
essentially
fun?
what it is. And for a lot of things that is what zombie movies are, right? Like,
And,
you're trying to
okay.
survive and
This, you know what would have made me like this
What?
more? These people, yes, I get it. There's like 2 people in the groups who know how to shoot properly already.
Yeah.
Fine. Well, then all of a sudden, everybody else could just like shoot and get all these right away. No, they should be struggling. They should be like attacking more. Not, you know what I mean? Like your first shot should hit them like in the arm or something and not automatically kill them. It was too easy. It's just like bang bang. All right, these ones are gone. No.
well, it wasn't like that.
Yes,
though.
it was.
No.
Yes, it was. They weren't shooting them. They were shooting them all properly the way that they were supposed to be shot.
No, the one guy was shooting them properly. The other guys were emptying complete magazines of machine gun fire and maybe getting a zombie or 2.
The other guy knew how to shoot too.
Yeah.
No, it just looked too easy. And they should have struggled more.
That was the makeup of the group, man. There was 3 people in the group who were good shots, because there was also the guy who worked for the company, and he was a good shot. Apparently that's a prerequisite. You have to be able to shoot things really well. But most of the other people in the group couldn't.
But then they could!
Well, when they were point blank...
I should have been a problem. That's all I'm saying. Too easy.
Spoiler here. They practically all died, remember? So don't say it was easy.
It was. Just like, oh, you're gone now.
Here's the group, right? Like, they're getting eaten one by one. She's like, it's too easy. She expected them all die right off the bat. Like, that's going to make for a great movie.
Not what I'm saying. Okay, watch the movie and you'll see what I'm saying. Too easy.
Okay. So, yeah. No recommend.
No, I said if they really like zombie movies, they would probably like it. So that's all.
Okay. So, zombie fans, check it out. That's essentially
Which, yes, no, I'm not. So
well, we'll find out. We'll watch a few zombie movies.
no, I'm done.
No, we'll watch a few zombie movies. Now that she needs to be, educated.
Oh.
And, yeah, we'll see if we have to come back and say, hey, Resort, that was a great movie!
Probably.
But, yeah, honestly, if you like zombie films and you are sick and tired of these low-budget garbage, even though you still kind of like them, it's like guilty pleasure, right? Then I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by The Resort. It's not the greatest film, but it is definitely a step above the rest. And I'll leave it at that. So, there you go. That is The Resort. Ah!
Get your gun. You know he doesn't have a gun. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I don't have a gun. So yeah, thanks for watching. Till next video, take care. Have a good one.